Konnichiwa, metalheads. Welcome to another Battle of the Bands. Who's the bands? What's the battle?
Galneryus and Lovebite, the bands, and the songs are not the same song, but related. Angel of Salvation from Galneryus and Glory to the World for Lovebites.
Angel, glory, power.
Yeah, basically, you ask me like, what's the commonality of these two songs, right? Well, there's lots of things, and we can dig more into this after we listen. But just as a preview, one of the common things is the video, because they're filmed in the same studio. And you will notice once we look at it. Because I think in Japan they have like a one churchy studio, and that's where both of these videos are filmed. So obviously that's visually the common thread, but there's also elements in the music that I think unite these two songs. And one of them is the invocation of classical music themes, classical in the sense of classical symphonic music. The other one is the province of guitars. And
Shoe. I remember Shoe.
Oh, Shoe. This is going to be a very, very difficult one for me to choose. I mean, typically they're difficult, but this one is difficult because I am a huge fan of Galneryus and I really love the guitars on Lovebites. I may be criticized for this, but Asami's voice is not my most favorite of all the female metals. Please don't kill me. I'm an honest reviewer, right? But the guitars are the sweetest, right? And they have two. And that's kind of the thing. Like Shu is alone on lead guitar, whereas in Lovebites, we will see a dialogue between two super technical, extremely fast, and classically trained lead guitars. So kind of this is the setup. The Angel of Salvation, which is a song we'll listen to because it's chronologically the first, comes from this same name album, Angel of Salvation of 2012, that Galneryus put out, and is probably one of their best known songs, Galneryus' that is. I think the pièce de résistance in the whole song is exactly what you would anticipate. Shu's solo, which incorporates elements from Tchaikovsky's work. I'm not going to remember exactly which part, but I think it's the violin concerto, opus 35. If not, please correct me in the comments. But anyway, you will hear that he quotes on guitar the violin part from the Tchaikovsky concerto, which is a masterpiece. And then we will listen to the Lovebites song from 2021 immediately afterwards. But let's begin with Angel of Salvation, which has an actual video from the band.
All right.
And this is the cathedral, the Japanese metal cathedral.
時を重ねるたびに失われてく輝きがある。一つ夜を越え時が過ぎても消えゆくものに気づきはしない。孤独と戦い続けてそれでもただ笑っていたい。明日の日はまた僕を照らしたら信じ羽ばたけその翼で
I have to breathe a little bit.
Technical mastery.
Oh my God. I'm like ecstatic. The end is kind of odd for him, like, how do you call it? Fading away, singing away the song.
Feathers from the sky.
I'm not sure.
Indoors.
This is God, the Holy Spirit.
Angel of salvation. I have to say, and I'm hoping, I know it's not the greatest YouTube, but if in the beginning, I was reminded of something. I had to check it on my phone. There's a video game for Nintendo 64, and okay, Japanese connection.
Yeah.
Called The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. I know there was a SNES
He's
version
the expert
that was better,
on all video
but
game things.
there's like a montage when you would like, I don't remember what it was, if you would summon a new thing, and the music reminded you of that. If anyone out there has played Legend of the Mystical Ninja, the N64 version, please confirm that I'm not that far off. I'm tempted to pull it up, but otherwise, I mean, what can you say? Awesome.
The guitar, it makes me like, breathe, remember to breathe, because it's just so awesome. Shui's like main man, triple, 15 times over, cannot be beaten, almost. So anyway, that was Angel of Salvation 2012, a long time ago, one of their best known songs from Galneryus. And we'll fast forward to this year, 2021, and to a very similar setting. Again, you'll recognize the filming studio, but you'll also recognize some of the trademarks of what I think is typical Japanese metal, which is the influence of classical music. Not necessarily just the violins, but the orchestrational, I guess you would call it, background, the way they approach composition. It's very much into this same field, inspired by the classical music. Lovebites, right? Lovebites, which is a women power metal, heavy metal band, took the entire internet or YouTube by storm. Fantastic workmanship in these women playing music. They composed a song, all of them. Traditionally, it's like one of them that takes the leading role. In this particular case, they felt that all of them had something to say about this. They composed a song during the pandemic year 2020, and the name of the song is Glory to the World. It's maybe a more optimistic song, but also it's kind of this salvation idea that we will get over this plague, whatever the COVID-19 you want to assimilate with. So it's inspired by that setting and the fact that they've been working together, but in some form of isolation in order to create the song. What I want you to guys to pay attention to, besides obviously being immersed in the song, is to hear the duel or the dialogue between the two lead guitars, because maybe that's the one thing that sets Lovebites in contrast with Galneryus, that they have two lead guitars that talk to each other and that they don't have as a prominent role for keys.
All right.
So let's listen to 2021 Glory to the World.
so fast.
So fast, so good.
Yeah, I see what you mean with the dueling.
The dueling guitars. Yeah, they really pick it up from one another, right?
Yeah, it's so COVID though. They're socially distanced. You
Yeah.
got the guy alone,
Yeah.
being isolated.
Oh, it tells a story, right? Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people
Sign of
would
the
identify.
times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just in terms of justifying the comparison one step further, is this kind of element of like breaking with a metal, with a little bit of a choir or a little bit of a violin or a little bit of like orchestration that kind of breaks the heaviness in both songs.
I'm voting for Galneryus. And
Long
reason
story short.
is okay. So the Lovebites dueling guitar battle was awesome towards the end. But I think there's something to be said for highlighting
solo.
the one guitar, throwback to Tchaikovsky. I mean, both. I mean, I'm sitting here drinking beers and these guys are playing their hearts out. So it's like commenting from the peanut gallery. But I don't know. I like the Galneryus version better.
It's also a little bit longer, right? So they have more room to play. In my opinion, and I'll also go with Galneryus because probably it's my favorite band at the moment. The ones that I would just put on and anything comes on, I love. They have a new album, EP, extended play right now out. We may talk about that a little bit later, but basically, I just enjoy everything they come up with. It seems natural. It seems to me, and again, it may not seem to you, and I'm ready for that criticism, that the guitars can play more of a front seat role in Lovebites, in this song particularly. I'm not talking about their discography. I'm just saying about this song, that they can lift even longer, even more. I love the drums in Lovebites. I actually love it more, the drums in Lovebites than in Galneryus.
I was actually going to say, I don't know if this goes with or against your point, where I think one of the things for me for choosing Galneryus is that the vocalist takes a bit more of a back seat. I think in Lovebites, obviously the lead singer is kind of a star of the band with great support. I mean, who's the star of any of these bands? They're all excellent, right? All the members. But I feel like Galneryus is at least for me listening, it's the vocalists
gives more room,
and the lyrics are more kind of downplayed relative to just like the mastery of the other instruments, whereas Lovebites is more front and center with the vocals until she backs off and the guitars battle it out, right? But I don't know. For me, it works better with Galneryus because, in a sense, the lyrics don't play so much a role in the song. They're just kind of another instrument,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, which I think voice normally should be, in a sense. And I'm not, as we've said many times on this channel, the lyrics don't play a major role. It may not really matter what the people say. So that's why it's fine to sing in Japanese or to sing in Mongolian or to sing in French or in whatnot, because it's not there where the whole crux
There should be a sorcerer somewhere, though.
It's an angel.
Or steel.
It's an angel. Anyway, my vote goes for Galneryus also because of the place taken by the guitar in the composition. And my comment would be that I love Lovebites. Their song, their interpretation, I think is awesome. They really do a great job. But more guitars in some of their other songs, they do this. But in this particular one, they balance out so almost evenly, where I think the strong point of this band, this unique selling point, is this amazing value of these two guitarists playing it out against each other at levels that are, mind-blowing. Anyway, Japanese metal at its finest, if I may say so. Let us know in the comments which one do you prefer and why. Don't just say, love Lovebites, love Galneryus, but give us a reason. Give us a reason why you prefer the one over the other.
Defend your honor.
Defend your honor. Subscribe to the channel, notify. A lot of times you don't get notified because you don't click that little bell and then you miss your battles. You miss your band. Don't miss that. Subscribe, notify, and let us know in the comments what you think of this. Suggest other battles, and we'll look forward to hearing from you.
In the meantime,
may your sword stay sharp.
and your quests end in glory.